I think it's the right move. These countries can't afford to be out of business with the United States for very long, so I don't think it's going to take very long for it to settle out.
Feels like there's a lot of pain in between here and then.
Immediate pain, short-term pain, long-term, nobody can really say.
We cracked open a big box here of questions.
The stock exchange didn't expect the tariffs to be quite so arduous. They thought they'd be lower percentages, but again, I think it's the right move. These countries can't afford to be out of business with the United States for very long, so I don't think it's going to take very long for it to settle out. Yeah, with all the investments that companies like Apple and Hyundai and Siemens and all these other companies, multi-billions of dollars of investments in steel companies, car companies, manufacturing and the tech sector. I think it's all fantastic. The long term, and hopefully it won't be but more than a few months where it'll settle down and people will start to see the wisdom of doing it.
Immediate pain, short-term pain, long-term, nobody can really say. The whole reason he was elected was he was going to be bringing prices down. So he's doing the opposite. And he's enacting policies that seem to be detrimental to bringing prices down. Not to mention the whole uniting the world against us thing. That's very, very bad. Because he's also said things like, we don't need anything from Canada. Well, Americans build their homes out of Canadian wood. We don't have the kind of wood that we like to build homes, so that's just one thing. Obviously, there's a lot to play out, but it's hard to find the positive side of this.
There was conversations months ago about specific numbers that would be impacted that were very large. And they were tempered down and changed. There was pauses, and then now there's new numbers yesterday, and they state the White House states that this is a negotiation, a starting point, which means a lot more uncertainty and changes, new numbers coming out, and I think that's actually a concern. So the quicker they resolve the negotiation, finalize numbers, and the world can respond, the markets respond, I think that's a better offer. Seems like the United States was in a great position. The economy was moving forward, and we've now set our position, and it's time for the rest of the world to react, and we will see what that means. Could be positive, could be negative. It's a really large question, but we cracked open a big box here of questions.
I think it's a noble goal, but it feels like there's a lot of pain in between here and then.
They've definitely been up and down, but hopefully in the long run, they'll be up. I think we're all concerned about prices right now.